What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another Madden 23 online CFM game. We are now in week 5 of the 2023 season here in the Premier Madden League. Last time out, we made our triumphant return to our Giants Online CFM series, and we went through the first couple of games of Season 2. We had some highs, a couple of lows as well. We entered today with a 3-1 record, and we're taking on the defending Super Bowl champions as we are underway at rainy MetLife Stadium. So after our loss to the Seahawks in Wildcard Weekend in last year's playoffs, Seattle lost in the next round to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. These Bucs who took that momentum all the way to defeat the Baltimore Ravens in the Super Bowl. So we know this Buccaneers squad is pretty good. This will be a good litmus test for our New York Giants despite the conditions. Brady, third down, finding Chris Godwin, who's able to move the chains. We know this Tampa Bay roster is one of the best in the entire league in Madden. They have talent from top to bottom without Tom Brady. Tom is still on the team in year 2. He's still an X Factor, and he's delivering a dime. Chris Godwin right between the eyes. That's an easy pitch and catch for Brady and the Bucs to cap off the opening drive. Saquon Barkley looking to build off of the momentum of last week's dominating victory over the Dallas Cowboys. That was at the end of the last video where Saquon had his best game of the series, going for well over 200 yards against our divisional foe. Little RPO, Darius Slayton. Try to cut that one inside, but it's slippery footing out there. Wasn't quite able to make it stick. Third down, Mike Williams. Good job hanging on to that ball. Tried a quick high ball in the flats, and it nearly went awry. This play is over after Vita Vea single-handedly shuts it down. Third and long, and we're just going to try to get this RPO to get us some sneaky yards to make the field goal easier. Instead, we lose 3 on the play, and oh man, Graham Gano never stood a chance. That was a 54-yard field goal with 15-mile-per-hour winds to the right side. I mean, that was always going to be tough, and arguably punting would have probably been a better idea in that situation, but I gave it a go, and yeah, I'm no Tiger Woods out there, so I couldn't quite read the wind and make it stick. Second down and 23. Chris Godwin is off to the races. That is a big mistake in coverage. Here's Dorian Thompson-Robinson. Oh, and he's not going to stop until he scores. DTR out of UCLA making the play. He's the young backup, maybe the heir apparent once Tom Brady finally decides to hang him up, but Brady is still rocking and rolling. Third down and 6. Daniel Jones trying to keep up. Mike Williams. Oh, Mike Will made it happen. Downfield with the monster grab. That puts us in scoring range. We are down 14-0 because we missed that field goal. Gave up 2 touchdowns. Pretty simple math. Third down outside. Oh, that's a tough one to ask for Darius Slayton. Late throw, and now we have to attempt another tough field goal. Gano hooks it in. I didn't have much power on that one, but hey man, a make is a make, especially when we don't have the ball centered on those kicks. It's going to be tough in these conditions today. Third down and 14, Tom Brady from a clean pocket, surveying, time's up, outside, wow, Tom terrific with a rifle to Chris Godwin, who is shredding us up, and Rachaad White trying to get sticky, that he does, taking Tampa Bay just on the fringes of the red zone. Here's White once again on the motion, trying to fight for that first down. He comes close. 7 minutes into the second quarter. Brady, time's up. Aziz, oh geez, Aziz. He came in there quick. Third down and long. Brady, nothing's there. And at the last second, he tried to fit one into the tightest of windows. That was going to be a tough ask, looking for Godwin once more, but we had to contain, and the pressure forced the bad throw. So Tampa Bay, they get their field goal up and good. We know how tough field goal kicking is going to be. Mike Will, oh man, sky high with the grab, and Williams just posted him in for the touchdown. Mike Will made it happen. And Mike Williams is really becoming a fun target all of a sudden for our New York Giants. Remember, we acquired him straight up for Wan'Dale Robinson as that punt return. Hey man, that's a potential for a moment as Saquon Barkley on the run. Barkley, he's going to get us some easy yardage here at the last second, fumbles the ball, and it's picked up by Darius Slayton. And that was a legitimate fumble. Boot did not review it, so we actually gained field position off of the fumble. Daniel Jones, big hit at the 41-yard line, and with no timeouts, we rushed to the line and spiked the ball here. We're going to have to be careful. Tyrod's in the game on third down, and Tyrod outside. Oh, Williams again! Mike Williams is having a mega first half. And we're just going to go for the field goal now. Oh, man, we're going to miss the field goal. 35 yards away. Easy money if it wasn't for the 15-mile-per-hour winds. If it wasn't for the meddling kids, right? And we've essentially left 6 points on the board by missing 2 field goals in this game. But once again, with these conditions, that's not totally out of the realm, especially the long one that we missed. But the 35-yarder, that should have been made, I feel like, as we end up giving the ball back to Tampa Bay here. So after failing to close the end of the first half, we don't start the third quarter well, and this Tampa Bay offense, we know, rain, sleet, snow, or hail, they'll find a way to deliver the mail. Brady, first down. Oh, he wanted the big play, but oh, geez, it's Aziz once again as Thompson Robinson checks back into the game, and Aziz Ojulari is single-handedly taking down the Bucks on this drive. Third down. Oh, man, Aziz can't do everything, including guarding 23 yards downfield, and we are getting killed by these seam passes right now. That's how the first touchdown was scored. That's how every pass has been connected on this drive so far, as Leonard Fournette brought down. Hey, Aziz is trying out here. Can anybody else step up? Second down. Leonard Williams amongst the bodies, bringing down the running back. Third down, it's Dorian Thompson-Robinson once again trying to work his magic, but magic won't strike twice in this game, and Tampa Bay, even with these wins, that is still a chip shot up and good. That makes it a 2-possession game as we start the fourth quarter. Critical moment in the game. Daniel Jones on second down, sliding down. Back against the wall here. Third down and 5. Drop back Jones. Has the time. Downfield looking for Tony. Oh, no. Kadarius Toney just could not drag the toes. He had a step. Jones with a decent throw, and we try to challenge the play because I feel like we need that play. Instead, you know, I feel like it was still a worthy challenge. If you get it, you get it. If you don't, you go for it on fourth down and 5. Tyrod Taylor in the game, and Tyrod finding Darius Slayton. Is Tyrod in? No. It's Daniel Jones back in and hit down to the ground. Try to hit a little curl route, but got hit so quickly, it didn't even matter. It's Saquon Barkley. He's had a pretty decent day so far. We just haven't had the opportunities to give him the ball. Third down. Oh, Saquon is swallowed up by Leno Hill. And now another fourth down. We need to go for this one. Obviously, not field goal territory. Oh, but Mike Williams couldn't stretch for the ball. Awkward looking play there. It looked like Jones was on time, on target, but whatever happened there. I don't know what happened on this defensive play, but I know the result. It's a Mike Evans touchdown. I almost said Mike Williams right there, but the other tall Mike in this game is able to find pay dirt. Complete bust in the coverage right there. The motion just absolutely messed us up. Fourth down, Daniel Jones. Hospital ball intercepted. Nick Scott's got it. It looked like he tried to swat that ball, and after getting the interception, accidentally gave himself up, as you see Dorian Thompson-Robinson with the keeper on third down. This game is pretty much finito, and if it wasn't before, one more seam pass will do us in. And yeah, if there's one thing we learned today, like I said, this was going to be a good litmus test for our squad, as this is a completely underthrown ball, and Kadarius Toney paid the price for it. I mean, our defense against the seam passes might need a little bit of work, one would say, as Saquon Barkley, I suppose, padding his numbers here at the end of this one. We just have one more drive before we officially hop on out of here and move to a 3-2 record, and Daniel Jones wide of the mark. I mean, this is just not the kind of games Daniel Jones is built to play in for us and have 20 pass attempts and be successful, which is something that we know, and we're not going to be shocked that Daniel Jones went 6 for 20 in a game like this, right? First down, we're just going to dial up Kadarius Toney real quick, and Toney gets the touchdown. Why not? A little garbage time touchdown, right? I mean, we still got time. We might as well keep on trying until the final whistle. Obviously, there's no chance for us to come back in this one. So, yeah, I mean, there's a couple of things we learned against Tampa Bay in this game besides, you know, just guard the seams, right? There's some things offensively that have held us back all season that continue to hold us back in this game. And part of it is our passing game is pretty inconsistent, I would say, is the word for it. 8 for 21 passing. It just feels like we have no rhythm offensively when we do not establish Saquon Barkley. And even in a game where Saquon pretty much had 100 yards rushing, you know, we needed the passing game and just wasn't able to produce. And it's happened all season long. So we're really going to have to go back to the drawing board because we're 3-2 right now. And remember, we could easily be 2-3 if the Patriots made their field goal on opening day in week 1. So week 6, this is not going to take long. We're going to be taking on the Dallas Cowboys once again, but this time we're going to be playing their CPU. The Cowboys user was not in town, so per the rules of this game, we don't get a force win. We actually have to play the user's computer, and it's all Madden difficulty. And if you know anything about Madden and all Madden, it's that the all Madden CPU cheats, all right? We lost a game against the CPU in Season 1. We got blown out by the CPU. The CPU Lions, to be exact. So this doesn't mean we're going to win the game. In fact, this might make the game more sweaty than it would have been before, as Kevontae Turpin made our heart skip a beat on the opening kickoff. 3rd down, Dak Prescott in trouble. That's what you like to see. The best thing you can do is get off to a good start against the computer. Unfortunately, though, we get the touchdown, and CeeDee Lamb has the quick answer. So I'm not going to go over too many plays in this game as per what we usually do against the computer. 3rd down, shout out Daniel Jones for completely missing the pass. Maybe we'll get bailed out by a penalty, right? No, absolutely not. Even though the pass was completed, they already had it out for us, and that quick start has quickly been erased. And Ezekiel Elliott, for some reason, is the slot receiver. I mean, that wasn't just a one-play thing. He's in the slot once again on 3rd down. Dak Prescott is in major trouble. And Jadeveon Clowney amongst the many New York Giants to take down Dak and knock the Cowboys out of field goal range. Oh, man, but that is a bad miss by Daniel Jones. 3rd down, that's the damn Daniel connection that nearly worked out for us. I put Bellinger back in the starting lineup for this computer game just to see what would happen, and he got open. Just the other Daniel missed out. Oh, Prescott shaking a man off, only to get intercepted by Sean Murphy Bunting. It was 3rd down, so he had to do what he had to do, but I suppose it actually benefited us that Dak Prescott missed getting sacked right there, as we have an open man. Jones on the run, delivers the damn Daniel connection, strikes against the Cowboys. It's Bellinger in the end zone, and suddenly we have ourselves a nice little lead as we start the 3rd quarter with the ball here, and a chance to put away these computer Cowboys. And if we do win this game, we're going to be at 4-2, and I mean, that's not too shabby considering, like I said, I really don't feel like we're playing good football. Kadarius Toney, oh man, that block did not quite align from Darius Slayton, but hey man, move those chains, as the Madden graphics like to say here. Saquon Barkley looking for the end zone, running outside diagonally, and almost turns it upfield, almost turns it into magic. But next play, Barkley, he's in the end zone. Saquon rumbling in for 6, and we got a pretty good grasp of this game. I mean, the all Madden CPU can cheat, but it would be pretty hard for us to blow a 21-point lead. Let's just say that, right? Now you just kind of get them working against the clock, working against Patrick Queen, who is looking like the king of the Cowboys out here, as we fumble on the return. And I'm not going to lie, that was not a Dory Jackson fumbling. That was me hitting the lateral button as Ezekiel Elliott on the jet sweep. Thank God Zeke does not have the juice, because he just got hawked down by our 87 speed linebacker, Patrick Queen. And what a game this is turning out to be for Patrick Queen, who has really done what we've needed him to do, right? We traded for Patrick Queen to be the quarterback of our defense, essentially, especially in run defense. And Queen is doing the job for us. He's doing everything we could have asked him to do. His 3rd down, minute to go. Prescott, jump ball. That's going to be intercepted. Cash Belton in the back of the end zone with the interception. We haven't mentioned Dane Belton much this year. He was on a hot streak, seemingly getting an interception every game in the second half of last season, but hasn't really found his hands on the ball so far this year. But hey man, maybe this will be the one that gets him going. So we end up getting the season sweep over the Dallas Cowboys. We beat their CPU, and obviously a quick 2-0 in the division helps us out. And speaking of divisional opponents, week 7, we're actually going against the Philadelphia Eagles. So a chance to really find out where we stand within the division in the first half of the season. As you see, Patrick Queen trying to get this man the Brinks truck essentially here without giving him too much money. I mean, for an 83 overall normal dev linebacker, about 10 mil a year, I thought that was a lot. Patrick Queen said, nah, not even close. So back to the drawing board with that contract negotiation, and check this out. We got a breakout game for Daniel Jones? All right, out of a computer game, no less. That's by far the best game Daniel Jones had. It was against the CPU, which, you know, we played pretty clean against the CPU, and thus it triggered our first dev game of the season. And out of all the people, it happened with Daniel Jones. Who would have guessed this one? But here we are. It's nothing crazy. It's normal to start, but this could be the beginning of great things, right? You get one of these dev games, and you get a bunch of them right after. And you guys see what it takes to get Daniel Jones this dev game. I'm thinking the best chance for us to get this dev game with Jones is probably going to just be try to get the touchdown goal rather than the yards. I mean, if the yards happens, it happens, but you know, Daniel Jones is not exactly the kind of guy to pass for 500 yards, so I think that'll be our best path to it. We'll see what happens, though. Obviously, we want to try to win the game as well, so we'll try to juggle all of that as we go back to playing the user. It's the Eagles in Philadelphia at the link. We are underway. We're getting the ball first, and we're going to try to get a jump start on that dev story here, and Marquise Goodwin said, forget your dev story. I'm trying to return a kickoff. 2nd down and 13 outside. That's good. That's going to be caught by Slayton. Darius Slayton doing a solid job so far. 3rd down and 3 this season, I should say, is Kadarius Toney. He continues to be our slot receiver, and he's looking pretty good in that slot role as we drop back. In trouble. Hit on the throw, and thankfully it's just an incompletion and not an interception. 4th down and 5. We're going to go for this. Why not? This will be a risky field goal from here, so we'll just go for it. Daniel Jones, eyes downfield. No, we go underneath, and that shouldn't be good enough. It's not. Darius Slayton denied. And it's a turnover on downs. Oh, and Dallas Goedert taking advantage of a missed tackle, and a simple dump down is going to turn into a touchdown. Quick slant outside, and Goddard taking advantage of some sloppy play by our defense, and we find ourselves 7-0 early on. So, yeah, dev story to the side for just a moment. Saquon Barkley take center stage. Hey, man, Barkley's got to do what he's got to do for us. You know, like I said, we have to make sure we at least win this game, right? Dev stories are cool and all, but we're not going to lose to a divisional opponent to single-handedly sell out for this dev story. 2nd down, Jones is brought down. That's Hassan Reddick beating Andrew Thomas outside, and it's 3rd down and 14. This will be tough to convert, so we just go simply down low to Barkley, and Saquon's going to bring up an interesting decision here on 4th down and 3, and especially with the dev story, let's go for it here. Let's be aggressive. Let's put the offense back on the field. Jones just got it off, and it's a good thing he did, because Kadarius Toney was wide open, and it's KT for 6. Jones, he's not exactly the best quarterback under pressure, so the fact that he got that pass off and got it off with a perfect pass, that's just what the doctor ordered, as Kyle Fuller getting the user pick. Do not put your hands in the cookie jar, as Jones is down once again. Right now, this Eagles front is eating up our offensive line as we go underneath. Can we get the 1st down with Barkley? Oh, we do! Saquon Barkley, so elusive in the open field. Any down is a Saquon down, even a check down on 3rd and 12 is, oh, Mike Williams, one tough customer to bring down. That'll put us just barely into the red zone. 3 minutes into the 2nd quarter. Bellinger with space. Daniel Bellinger. Oh, he got it. Wow, Bellinger, trapeze artist, and it is indeed a touchdown. Not even a booth review for that, as we get the interception with Adoree Jackson. Suddenly this tide is turning on our side. We're riding the full wave of momentum as for some reason, we just randomly stopped there with Barkley. That wasn't too smart. Barkley's having a good day so far, and Saquon continuing that, juking outside. Oh, good open field tackle, I believe, by C.J. Gardner-Johnson. Kadarius Toney on the jet sweep. Remember, we got to try to get Daniel Jones a touchdown if we can. He already has 2 on the day, but Matt Breida takes flight instead. Oh, the alternate route pays off. And Matt Breida is not exactly the guy who should be jumping. I don't know what I thought I was doing there, but hey, sure, why not? Oh no, Patrick Queen, that went right through his hands. At least we got the stop on 3rd down, but And we could have got the ball in great field position if I didn't get a bad timing ball hog. That's a rookie mistake. Saquon Barkley is eating right now. He's close to 100 yards. He is over the century mark now. Why not continuing to tote this rock with Barkley? That may be why, as Darius Slay is opportunistic, falls on the pigskin. Deep shot, hit on the throw, and that is still going to be caught by the second string tight end, Grant Calcaterra, as this time we're able to get to the pay window and cash in. Do not put your hands in the cookie jar because Patrick Queen is the king right now. That's wide open. That's Mike Williams in stride and just tripped up. Mike Will making it happen. A minute to go in the first half. It's 3rd and long. Daniel Jones way back. Hit on the throw and still got it to go. Tony, he's fast. Oh, but not fast enough to get the first down. He got close, though. 4th down in inches. We've been aggressive on 4th down all game long. We're on the field once again. And Daniel Jones keeping the drive alive. Just keeping on the option. Barkley up the middle. And into the end zone we go once more. It's Saquon Barkley who is having his way right now. The Eagles pass rush, dominant. The Eagles front, as far as stopping the run, not so much. And that might mean that the Eagles are playing the pass a little bit too much, and we just gotta take advantage while we can. Oh, do not put your hands in the cookie jar. Did you not learn the first time or the second time? Come on, my man. We got one more shot before the end of the first half. Jones stepping, lost it, and it's picked up by Reddick. The second lost fumble of the game. Reddick is on the run. Barkley's gotta stop him to save the touchdown. Time ticking at the end of the half. Barkley gaining ground and does track down Hassan Reddick with 3 seconds to go. 12 yards short of the end zone. It's 3 points on the board for Jake Elliott, but it easily could have been 7. The effort from Saquon Barkley there was simply superb. That is your best player making a hustle play as we get a fumble recovery right back. Eagles won't get the ball to start the 3rd quarter. Instead, we'll get it with an immediate red zone opportunity as we have an abdominal tear to Marquise Goodwin, who's been our kick returner. So that's not too big of a deal, but he'll be out for a little bit as we see Kadarius Toney trying to get this last touchdown with Daniel Jones. We still need one more touchdown for the Dev story. Is this it on 3rd down? Jones taking off. Couldn't quite get it, but you know what we're going to do here, right? With the Dev story on the line, normally I would kick 3. With the Dev, we're going to go for it, and Jones looking for the end zone. Oh, he did it! He did it! Daniel Jones, the first down and the touchdown on the design run. It looked close. His knee might have been down beforehand, but we were able to make it stick. All right, maybe you can put your hands in the cookie jar because we just got caught sleeping there with Patrick Queen. Shout out to user linebackers in Madden for being borderline useless. I don't know how in the world we almost got 2 picks with Patrick Queen, considering how hard it is to get interceptions with these linebackers. So after a slow start to this game, we really turned it up, and we're looking pretty good, looking pretty great as Matt Breida's into the 2nd level. I don't know how, but we actually give ourselves up right there because I thought we had a holding penalty. You saw that timeout banner pop up. I thought we had a holding penalty, but it was actually just us good to go. I don't know what happened there. I don't know why I thought that as we just run a little QB wrap with Daniel Jones, trying to get the first down. Couldn't quite get it. We kicked the field goal. That's fine. Our defense is completely shutting down Philadelphia after their opening drive touchdown. We fast forward to the 4th quarter. Wide open. That'll be caught on the run. Chosen Anderson. Robbie Anderson. For those of you who don't know, he looks like the chosen one right now as he just cannot be tackled for whatever reason. Here we go. This is not Jalen Hurts. This is the backup quarterback in the game and completely driven into the ground with no remorse by Dexter Lawrence and an interception on 4th and 14. I mean, this guy just loves finding out whether we can come up with the user pick or not, and he continues to find out time and time again. We do come up with those. That time it was Darnay Holmes. We got the win. We got the Dev. Check, check. Barkley had a pretty good game as well if you need that for another check mark. Daniel Jones, clean game at the end of the day. We needed to avoid throwing more than 1 interception. We didn't even throw one in the first place. And we didn't really have the pressure to, we didn't have much pressure put on our offense that game besides, early in the first quarter maybe. Our defense definitely got it done. Multiple interceptions out here. At 5 or 6, we picked off 2 different quarterbacks. So yeah, now we got Daniel Jones from normal to star Dev, and we are a solid 5-2. 5-2. It really doesn't feel like we're doing that good, but here we are once again, proving that last season was not a fluke for our New York Giants, right? We made more so of win now moves than build for later moves in the offseason, and they are paying off, I would say, because you know, Queen, Mike Williams, guys that are good now that we brought in rather than using draft picks to really try to develop guys. It's paying off for us in the immediate future because those guys are helping us win games right here, right now. You see Daniel Jones, Shaq Mason as well. You know, mention Shaq Mason because, you know, he's part of that offensive line, and of course he got hurt, I believe in that week 4 game it was, but he should be back pretty soon. All right, let's take another crack at this Patrick Queen contract, shall we? We're hyping up Patrick Queen. I love this man. He's definitely staying in town, but for how much money? Well, we're just going to give this man a lot of money. We're just going to give him, yeah, 13.5 mil. That might be good enough. I think 13.5 mil is good enough. With like 14 mil and 15 mil eventually. You good? You good. You got overpaid? Yeah, you got overpaid, Patrick Queen. You win, all right? Because that was our last chance to negotiate with Patrick Queen before we would have been forced to use the franchise tag in the offseason. And to be honest, I'm not really in the business of using the franchise tag right now, so if we don't have to use it, I don't want to use it. If we have to pay Patrick Queen an extra $3 million, that's all right. That's not going to completely bend our salary cap 6 ways to Sunday. We're all right in that regard. So, yeah, Patrick Queen, he got a little bit more money. We played the game a little wrong with the contract negotiations, so it is what it is. We paid the price right there, but, I mean, we also got a number of guys that are under bargain contracts. So, like, Patrick Queen is actually the most highly paid guy on our team besides Mike Williams, who we inherited a monster contract from the Los Angeles Chargers. As you see, we have a tandem breakout game for Sean Murphy-Bunting. Of course, SMB last year, he had the actual breakout game to go from superstar. We lost that superstar in the offseason, but a tandem breakout game, that's not too bad, and I suppose they could give us another chance to get SMB to superstar down the road. Today, we're taking on the San Francisco 49ers, and this Niners squad, they've been off to a pretty good start this year. This is a big game for both of our teams. This could really tell us who is the pretender and who's the contender in the NFC conference between us and the San Francisco 49ers. So this should be a fun one. Saquon Barkley, it's going to be really fun if Saquon is eating like that. And look, we talked about how inconsistent our offense can be when we need Daniel Jones to pass a lot. When we don't need Daniel Jones to pass a lot and just miss open passes like that, which didn't even matter because Evan Neal was an illegal man downfield, a complete disaster of a third down, by the way. And this is the opposite of a disaster. Is George Kittle doing his thing? But yeah, we know when Saquon Barkley can tote the rock and tote it well, I mean, the way we play defense, it's pretty tough to beat our Giants when we have those two going. 4th down and 1, a chance for our defense to get off the field here. Elijah Mitchell in the backfield. Brock Purdy is the starting quarterback, and they're going to fake it. Purdy, drop back, firing, open is Juszczyk. Oh, Juszczyk off to the races and brought down by Adoree Jackson. Brock Purdy with the handoff, 1st down. It's Mitchell battling, not getting much. Queen was in there. 2nd down, Purdy on the keeper, and doing as much as Brock Purdy can do on a read option. Now it's 3rd down. It's Elijah Mitchell. He's looking outside. Queen! Oh, we had a grasp on him for just a moment, and it's a good thing Dane Belton was there to clean up the mess because Queen let him out of his grasp. Hey, man, his hands might be a little messy from that new contract he got. Clean him up, Patrick. Clean him up. I know you got paid, but you still need to play for us. 2nd down. Here's Barkley. Counter run. Need that block. Got it from Bellinger. Barkley off to the races. Saquon Barkley brought down by Ronnie Harrison. And that's the way the first quarter ends. Barkley on the draw and drawing up a masterpiece as Barkley gets the gain of 9. Once more. Oh, this time we meet the all-pro linebacker Fred Warner. Middle of the field. No 1st down. Man in motion. He won't get it. Jones dies, and he puts a shoulder in Greenlaw. That'll get us the 1st down at the 1. But not the touchdown on the QB sneak, so we'll have to try it one more time. The toughest yard to get in all of football is made pretty easy by Saquon Barkley and some good blocking up front, and that'll give us the lead here, 3-7. We're close to midway in the 2nd quarter, and Taylor Price breaking off a tackle, and look at that, the broken play, the broken tackle, the tackle battle. Do I despise tackle battles in Madden 23, and I pray to any base god, any game developer of Madden, in fact, that we don't get that in Madden 24. Trying to put the pressure on Purdy. He drops way back. Oh, and hit on the throw. And the pop fly works out to perfection as Brandon Ayuk working back to the quarterback and eventually into the end zone. Sean Murphy bunting had really good coverage. And, man, we could have used some sort of good play from him for that dev story, the tandem dev story, but it just wasn't meant to be on that play. It also wasn't meant to be for us to connect to a wide open Mike Williams. A great catch, but completely out of bounds. We're still moving on this drive right now. Barkley trying to work for that first down, but Samuel Womack able to hold up against Saquon. That was a tough test for him. He held up. Counter run working for us once again, but we're working against the clock now, so we have to burn that first timeout with 42 seconds left in the first half, trailing by 3. Daniel Jones, roll out, nothing to throw, and Jones is going to get a couple of yards on the scramble as we go out of bounds to stop the clock. Second down, Jones stepping up and taking off, looking for the first down, and just got it before potentially being demolished by Greenlaw. We go up tempo here, 16 seconds left, holding on to the timeout, and we go to Barkley. Saquon with some good yardage here. Close to the first down, not quite, and we burn our second timeout. We got maybe 2 or 3 plays left in this half to try to score. We handled the bad snap. Daniel Jones protected and takes off. Jones, end zone. Daniel Jones once again with a timely touchdown with his legs. And that's been a good theme of the season. Daniel Jones, we won Daniel Jones for his mobility as well as his passing, right? If Daniel Jones wasn't 89 speed, we would have thrown him onto the street curbs so quickly. But he has that 89 speed. We got to take advantage of it. We roster him for that reason, so we're making it work right now as Purdy misses the open man on second down. This will bring him a big third down to start the third quarter. Purdy doesn't like what he sees. Oh, but he somehow fitted in to Brendan Rice. That's right, Brendan Rice, the man of relation to Jerry Rice. Purdy in on the throw. Oh, and he still got it to go. Man, Sean Murphy bunting was there again. This tandem dev story, I don't think it's happening today, man. Like, every ball that should be made, every play that should be made is just not being made right now. It's Kayvon Thibodeau dropping Purdy for the big loss. Niners trying to take the lead on third down. Purdy, oh man, he tried to step up, but he's no Daniel Jones, and Kayvon Thibodeau let him know about it. By the way, the reason why Brock Purdy is in the game, not that the Niners are voluntarily using Brock Purdy, is Saquon Barkley. One man to beat. Barkley, Thomas. Oh, Thomas does just enough to slow down the Saquon train at the 29-yard line as Matt Breida, the super sub, one of the best backup running backs in all of football, apparently, as Daniel Jones, second down. Got him wide open, Bellinger. Once again, great catch, but not even 1 foot in bounds. That's easy money. That's a first down. That's Barkley. Saquon! Oh, made a miss. Saquon with some stick work with the touchdown. Not a lot of stick work, but just subtle stick work to make it work. But yeah, Trey Lance is supposed to be the starter for the Niners, but he got injured, so that's why Brock Purdy is in the game. So, yeah, Brock Purdy's like a 60 overall. He's not good at all. There we go! SMB with the INT. 1-on-1 against Brandon Ayuk, and Sean Murphy bunting definitely survived and thrived. And that should be the dev story. I don't know. We might actually need one more play with Sean Murphy bunting. But, yeah. We at least got an interception. I think that should be good enough, though. I think. 4th down and 1. I think we're going for this. We are, and it's Daniel Jones up the middle. And look, when we go in that empty, you got to at least think a Daniel Jones run is coming. And once again, that's why we employ the man. That's why we deal with his trash passing abilities. Saquon Barkley, number 26, will go 26 yards into the end zone. And we're starting to pull away with this game. Giants up double digits with 8:17 left in regulation. And that 4th down and 1 conversion with Daniel Jones running the ball was a pivotal play in the game on the drive. Jadeveon Clowney, he's been a great free agent acquisition. He's just makes plays. Like, I don't know what else to say except the man makes plays. And so does Kayvon Thibodeau, but we already knew that. A 3rd down run trying to catch us off guard. did not catch Kayvon Thibodeau off guard at all. Look at Tibbs. He's teeing off right now. This is his personal playground right now. Jones, weak side, swerving and trying to score the touchdown. Great effort by Daniel Jones. Saquon with the capper. Saquon is in, and that might be night-night for the San Francisco 49ers. We turned it up another level in the second half, and in the battle of who's the pretender and who's the contender, hey man, our New York Giants, we may just be those contenders right now. We're about to go to a 6-2 record, and yeah, this is suddenly starting to feel like we have a pretty good squad. Now, I feel like we need to prove ourselves against some of the best teams in the league because, you know, some of these teams that we are beating, like the Niners and the Dallas Cowboys even, we're not sure. The Philadelphia Eagles, that's intercepted. All right, we definitely got the tandem breakout now. Sean Murphy Bunting. We took care of business with the user interception. Murphy Bunting still going. Oh, he nearly crib called that one. We actually ran into our own man more than anything else as Matt Breida getting a touchdown on his resume. Why not? End of the game, we're not really going to get Saquon an opportunity to get hurt as Purdy hit on the throw and got it off to Rice. These hit out of sack throws are the best offense for the San Francisco 49ers easily, as Rice actually did not get that in bounds. He did not get one defeat in bounds. Maybe he did though. The booth is going to review it, and it is a touchdown. All right, you can have your touchdown. That's cool. That's going to do it for this game though, because we are going to be victorious. We are just going to kneel this ball out one time. San Francisco doesn't even go for the onside kick, and we'll take our win. So, yeah, as I was saying, I do feel like we need to prove ourselves against some of the best teams in the league. Not just some of the, you know, maybe good teams in the league, right? Philly's doing all right this year. The Niners, we know they're playing at least 500 ball this year. But we need to prove ourselves against a team like, well, let's say the Seattle Seahawks, the team that beat us in the playoffs. And would you look at that? Our next game is against those Seattle Seahawks. Our last game before the bye week is going to be against Seattle, and it's obviously going to be a big game for us. The team that knocked us out the playoffs, we want to at least prove that we made some improvements this year schematically and roster-wise to be able to right our wrongs from last year's postseason. Now, for now, we do get this, definitely get this tandem dev story with Sean Murphy Bunting. So, I guess you get XP from this or just ratings. We'll see. Hopefully, we get both, right? Usually, we didn't get tandem dev stories last cycle, but it looks like we are going to get +3 man in zone. No XP, but that +3 to man in zone for a cornerback, that's actually, I'll take that, man. That was definitely worth getting the tandem dev story for, right? And like an offensive dev story, we didn't really chase it. It was just, if it happened, it happened. I thought we actually did need 2 interceptions or deflections. So it's a good thing we got that second pick at the end of the game, just in case we didn't have a deflection. So yeah, now we move on to our week 9 here, going against Seattle. They're 4-4 right now. They're not off to a great start this year. They have a rookie quarterback. Seattle, because they had the extra first-round draft pick from the Denver Broncos from the Russell Wilson trade in real life, they actually traded up in the draft to get C.J. Stroud, the young gun out of Ohio State. So they got the Buckeye at the helm for them instead of, I think they started Drew Lock last year. And this is not me showing footage once again. We actually got another tandem dev story with Sean Murphy Bunting. Not an actual dev story, but it's a continuation of the previous tandem dev. Apparently, this is what happens when you complete tandem dev stories. Like I said, man, we had like 5 of these with Nico Collins and never got them last cycle. So this is apparently what happens. It's Sunday Night Football for this playoff rematch from the 2022 postseason. As you guys check out Seattle, C.J. Stroud immediately a superstar out the gate. I think he was taken with the second overall pick, so might be something that we see in real life, even though it's not going to be by Seattle, as we are underway, and it's another big-time rain game here at MetLife Stadium. We're not exactly catching our home games in sunny conditions here on primetime television. That's caught Noah Fant starting off the session here with a big-time grab. Oh, there goes James Robinson with that 86 speed. If that was any other running back, that would have been a touchdown. But Robinson eventually brought down. Here's the main back, It's Kenneth Walker, and he's going to get the handoff. Second down, Walker trying to make a move inside, maybe getting a yard, maybe getting 2. Third down, Walker's in the backfield. He'll get it once more. Walker, great effort, but also good battling by our New York Giants, bringing up a 4th and 1. Seattle out the shotgun, going to Walker. He makes the move, and he lost the ball. He lost the ball. Adoree Jackson on the recovery, punched out. Great effort by the New York Giants, as it looked like Walker was going to try to reach that ball for the end zone. We just caught him, maybe with one hand on that ball trying to stretch it. Ball security is job security, and hey man, you can knock out that ball. That'll give you job security on the defensive side. Third down, Jones off the back foot, looking for Tony, who nearly caught it off the ricochet, but we end up having to punt the ball back to Seattle. So after the great defensive stop there on 4th down, we aren't quite able to take full advantage. You see Bo Melton down, and once again another 4th and 1 for Seattle at exactly midfield. They're on the field once again, man in motion. They won't get it. It's Stroud still holding, still firing, and swatted away by SMB. And it's a turnover on downs as Saquon Barkley getting some good yardage going. You guys remember when Saquon Barkley got to a slow start this year? Yeah. That is definitely a thing of the past now. Saquon is heating up. 3rd down and 3. Barkley always a threat. He won't get it. Daniel Jones does. And Daniel Jones gets absolutely walloped by Tanner Muse. First points of the game up and good via a field goal. And yes, that swat, that deflection does help us in the Sean Murphy bunting dev story. Here's Noah Fant with the catch. Fant trying to make a move in the open field. And another big play by the speedy tight end, Noah Fant. He's going to be a problem all game long to try to cover. I don't know if we have the best personnel to guard tight ends, and Noah Fant, he might continue to test that in this game. 3rd down. In the meantime, Stroud intercepted, hit on the throw, and Jaquiski Tartt, oh, he spins out, spinning and winning is Jaquiski Tartt. The veteran will go all the way, and the first points of the game scored on the defensive end by our New York Giants. The rookie Stroud is starting to struggle in this one. Isn't able to beat the blitz. 2nd down outside. Oh, that'll silence the critics. Stroud with a mega throw outside. Dwayne Eskridge with the catch. Here's DK Metcalf. Got the block, and Metcalf, he's on a runaway train. Next stop, the end zone. DK Metcalf, he's huge, but he can also run those jet sweeps. That's what makes him a physical freak. 3rd down, Jones, middle, got it. Oh, Bellinger, the damn Daniel connection. And Bellinger, after earning his starting job back in that CPU game, is kind of running away with it. Bellinger, I think he took that benching to heart, and he's starting to really step up for us when we need him. Under a minute to go, under 30 seconds to go in the half, up by 3, looking for at least field goal range. That'll be caught. That's Saquon, missed tackle by Brooks, and Barkley able to get out of bounds, so we don't have to burn that timeout. Next play, pressure's picked up. Jones wide open. Oh, a dime right in the bucket to Kadarius Toney, and Toney into the end zone. What a huge play, because we were just talking about getting into field goal range, and a field goal would not have even been a short thing in these conditions. So to get the touchdown, that was mega, as Adoree Jackson returning the kick. Remember, Marquise Goodwin, who returned to kickoff in the playoffs last year against us, is hurt for this game, as Daniel Jones gets the first down before being brought down. But yeah, we have Adoree Jackson as our kick returner and punt returner for now, as Matt Breida trudging off the former Giant, Julian Love. Breida, big run, able to get us into the red zone all the way to the 11, and the super sub, Matt Breida, continues to feast when we call his number. Once again, Breida, gain of 5, 3rd down and 5. Design run, Daniel Jones in for the touchdown. Stop me if you heard this one before, but a timely scramble by Daniel Jones. Well, that's a design run right there. Walker with a step with the catch. CJ Stroud needed the perfect throw, and he delivered. Seahawks not exactly trying to go away quietly in this one, despite trailing by 17 points midway in the 3rd quarter. Kenneth Walker trying to spark a comeback here with a touchdown drive right here, right now. Seahawks with a goal to go. 1st down, Metcalf once again. This time we're more prepared though. Kayvon Thibodeau shutting down the jet sweep. Now it's 3rd down. It's Walker on the carry, and that's a play call is simply not going to work out. So Seattle, they'll get the field goal from Tucker McCann, but at the end of the day, that's a solid stop for our New York Giants, even though Seattle made it a 2-possession game as Daniel Jones all the way to midfield. Daniel Jones, hey man, he's a two-way threat, and he is definitely threatening the Seattle defense all game long. It seems like not only is Saquon Barkley's rushing getting better as the season goes on, but so is Daniel Jones. But 4th down and 1, we might need a pass to get out of this jam. But not with that setup. We're going to call the timeout and get a better play call for us. And you might know what's coming here. Daniel Jones! But can you stop it? You know it. I know it. But can you stop it? The answer is no. As Saquon Barkley needs the block. Barkley trying to make a move inside. That's a solid gain. That's a 1st down. Barkley is having another fantastic outing, and Saquon Barkley is suddenly starting to put together a potential MVP-type campaign for us. At the end of the day, we're not able to get the 1st down, but we do get the field goal to pretty much negate Seattle's previous drive and make it back a 3-possession game, as that'll be caught by Tyler Lockett. Seattle's got to go fast at this point here, and that might not be to the benefit of the rookie Stroud. We'll see if the rookie's prepared for it. We're going to put him to the test. So far, so good. We had a Dory Jackson, our fastest man in our secondary, on Noah Fant, and it still wasn't enough to cover the tight end, who gets to the 12-yard line. Here's Walker making a move outside, trying to cut it back in, as Aaron Robinson eventually brings him down as the offensive lineman Cross. 1st-round draft pick. He's on the ground and hurt. Here's a drop back. Here's Stroud. 2nd down. Metcalf! They'll give it to him. It's a touchdown. DK Metcalf back in the end zone. He's got that red zone threat ability, and it most certainly paid off on that play as we have a holding penalty. A good effort by Barkley, but it's not going to matter as the rookie Mark Evans is called for the hold. And because of that penalty putting us back, now we face a 3rd down and 11. Daniel Jones, he's down. Greg Gaines with the coverage sack right there. Just held that ball longer than we needed to. It's a great break on the ball by Kyle Fuller. Seattle's trying to put the pressure on right here. If they get any score, they make it a 1-possession game, but Seattle, they really are working against the clock more than anything else, as they're already pretty much in field goal range. 3rd down, this will be the run. This is James Robinson with the big run earlier in the game, and James Robinson is proving that slow and steady does eventually win the race. He's got 4 for 77. He's in the backfield right before the 2-minute warning. Need to stop here. Stroud, he's going to absolutely miss the mark. Good coverage by Patrick Queen anyways. We actually have one more play before the 2-minute warning. CJ Stroud, drop back, going underneath. Walker with the catch, looking for the 1st down, not going to get it. And Seattle losing that 2-minute warning timeout, that obviously benefits us. But Seattle at this point thinking 4-down territory underneath. Walker not able to make the catch as Tart breaks it up, and actually Seattle's going to go for the field goal here. Tucker McCann, this will make it a 1-possession game, but I'm pretty surprised that Seattle didn't just go for it. It's 4th down and 1, right, the 10-yard line. So nonetheless, we can ice the game on this set of downs. So far, no bueno. Seattle is putting the pressure on, and this will be obviously the biggest play of the game. 3rd down, Daniel Jones doesn't like what he sees, has the time, rolling out, in trouble, throwing across the body, and it's caught. Oh, Mike Will made it happen, and Daniel Jones really is the one that made that happen, but great veteran presence by Mike Williams, just staying available for his quarterback. As every Seahawk vacated the area, Mike Will just stood there and said, hey man, I'm here if you need me. It was going to be a tough throw for Daniel Jones, but the man who misses some of the easiest throws in the league made one of the toughest throws you can ask from your quarterback to ice that ball game. So at the end of the day, we do get our revenge, if you want to call it, on Seattle. I wouldn't say get revenge, right? We've beaten Seattle twice in the regular season, but that playoff win holds a lot more weight than 2 regular season victories. So at the end of the day, what that game did for us is let us know that, at least we're able to compete for now, right? We're 7-2. We know that we can bring it to just about any team in the league. It's just about now trying to finite our formula for success, because we know what it is with our roster presently constructed. It revolves around Saquon and it revolves around our defense. It's just, how do we not put ourselves in positions to have to potentially deal with Daniel Jones passing 30 times in a game? And if we do have to have that situation, how do we still make it out of those situations? That's probably going to be the final test for us to try to figure out the makings of this roster. Is how do we win a game where we need to rely on Daniel Jones? Because we're not going to be able to run for 200 yards with Saquon Barkley every game. At some point in the season, are going to need Daniel Jones once again. How does it work? We'll see. For now, Sean Murphy-Bunting has gotten +7 man and +7 zone coverage in the past 2 weeks via the tandem dev stories. And Adoree Jackson is also, I think, getting an XP from this the whole time too. So win-win in that situation. And all of a sudden, Sean Murphy-Bunting is one of the best cornerbacks in the entire league. With these upgrades, he's at about a 90 overall now, and it's an absolute steal of a contract for us. It was an absolute steal of a trade if you think about it. The 2nd and 3rd round pick for Sean Murphy-Bunting. I mean, we got away with Grand Theft Auto right there. It's 3rd down. That's going to be intercepted. Adoree Jackson. Oh, man, what a play on the ball by Adoree Jackson, who, when we started this franchise, I wasn't sure what we wanted from Adoree Jackson, what we needed from Adoree Jackson. Was Adoree Jackson going to be the kind of guy that would keep on the roster for the entirety of the CFM, or was he going to be a valuable trade asset that we use to go from being good to potentially go from being great? Saquon Barkley's off to a good start. No surprise there. Mike Williams hurt on the play. That could be a big loss for our offense, as we are going to keep it with Daniel Jones. Got the block. Allen Lazard checking in and doing the dirty work. That'll propel Daniel Jones into the end zone, and Mike Williams is out with an abdominal tear. That is a crushing loss for our offense, as Kyler Murray is down. Azeez Ojulari getting home to the quarterback, and Azeez Ojulari in his 3rd NFL season continues to get better year after year. Ball is out and picked up by Kyler, and Kyler Murray is the last guy we want to see recover a fumble, because he actually turned it into an okay play. 3rd down and 8. Kyler in traffic. Oh, the throw behind the receiver, the tight end, Trey McBride, actually worked out. But the play's coming back because of a holding penalty on the Arizona Cardinals. So now, instead of a conversion, it's 3rd and 18, and Kyler is dumped to the ground. So we're off to a pretty good start in this game, I would say. And yeah, Mike Williams is going to be a tough loss. We're probably going to need Allen Lazard to play that role until then, which is not exactly what that's not exactly music to our ears. 4th down and inches. Hey, man, you know what we're going to do? They know what we're going to do. Can you stop it? Up the middle, Daniel Jones behind one of the best power blocking offensive lines in the league. That's just what we're here to do, man. We're just here to play some scrappy football. Jones with thoughts of throwing the ball there on 3rd down. He'll run it and bring up a 4th down, and let's see if we go for this one. Doesn't look like we're going to get this play off, and we do take the delay of game, so that confirms we're going to go for the field goal in this situation. As aggressive as we've been on 4th down, and even though it has been working for the most part, I feel like sometimes you just got to feel the game, right? Like 4th and 1, all right, we can get that one, but our 2nd 4th down of the drive, that might be trying to go to the well one too many times. As Kyler hit on the throw and intercepted. Oh, Clowney! What a play by Clowney, but also what a trip by Azeez Ojulari, because that was a walk-in touchdown for Clowney. Instead, here we are trying to earn it at the goal line, and after Saquon tried to hurdle a man, we have a 3rd down and 5. Daniel Jones, the lead block from Evan Neal, trying to get Daniel Jones into the end zone, but one of those timely Daniel Jones rushing touchdowns wasn't quite able to materialize on that play. So we'll take our field goal. Now at this point, we're kicking field goals towards the goal line, and it hurts a little bit. It makes you think, should we have gone for that earlier 4th down, right? Like some of these 4th downs, you kick a couple of field goals, it opens up the door for your opponent to get back into the game, because you hold somebody to multiple field goals, it's like, all right, like we're still in this game, right? And at that point, you might as well just go for it, right? Because the 3 points isn't doing too much. But the way our defense is playing, it doesn't look like it's even going to matter, as we find Allen Lazard outside, 3rd down and short once again. Oh, we are absolutely struggling on this down and distance, and Barkley has put us in major trouble. Barkley's effort has completely bounced us out of field goal range, and we have to punt that ball away as Trey McBride downfield in stride. Kyler Murray dropping it into the breadbasket, and McBride, the only thing that was going to stop him was the sidelines, as DeAndre Hopkins with the catch, beating Sean Murphy-Bunting all the way to the 1-yard line. Next play, the Terminator, James Conner. Oh, he just terminated someone on our defense, but couldn't cash it in. 3rd down, Conner lost it. James Conner coughs it up, and it's Queen on the recovery. Another goal line fumble forced by our Giants for the second week in a row, and Arizona is still scoreless. Daniel Jones with space to take off, looking for the first down. He got it, but he's lost the ball, and it's Isaiah Simmons on the recovery, and wow, what a tackle by Shaq Mason. Welcome back into the lineup, Big Shaq, and thank you for saving a touchdown, because Isaiah Simmons was not going to be caught if we didn't get that shoestring tackle. The sack by Azeez Ojulari is going to bring up a field goal right before the end of the first half, so Arizona is going to get 3 points off of the fumble by Daniel Jones, which was probably a little too greedy, right? You want to get the first down, but you want to make sure you slide in time. And we just, we weighed that risk versus reward a little bit too much towards the risk side, as Adoree Jackson had a chance to crib the opening kickoff of the second half. It's 3rd down and 15, and Jones is down, trying to set up the deep shot, and just wasn't able to get it off in time. Here's the deep shot for Marquise Brown. Hollywood to the end zone. And once again, we put our fastest man, Adoree Jackson, on the guy that we feel like is the biggest threat downfield. And yeah, Adoree Jackson just got beat right at the start of the play. So we're going to have to look at why that happened. 3rd down and long again. And our offense has suddenly completely hit a stopping point, and we're just losing yards on every first down now. This is a complete disaster. And after having the lead earlier and all the momentum, hopefully Saquon Barkley can get us going, but he's not doing well today. 16 for 47. How do we win when Saquon is not bringing his A game as he loses the ball? Barkley lost it. Thankfully, we get the recovery, but we do not get the first down. And if you had a keen eye, you might have realized that there was not a timeout on that play. There was an injury to Saquon Barkley. A pulled groin is going to knock Barkley out for the rest of this game, and that might be a multi-week injury. So Saquon exits stage left after fumbling the ball and not getting the first down. Oh, Quan Alexander, he made a great break, but just couldn't dislodge the ball from the sure-handed Nuke Hopkins. I don't know how James Conner kept that play going, but here we go. Arizona with a chance to take the lead. End of the third quarter. Kyler with the drop back. Looking. Oh! Easily could have been a pick, and if it was surely going for 6. Darnay Holmes shaking his head on his way to the sidelines. He forces the stop and the field goal attempt to tie the game, but man, it could have been so much more for our New York Giants. Jones, 2nd down. Down he goes. Our offense is completely stuck in the mud. This is disgusting. 3rd down and 23. Just Hail Mary full of grace. Colin Johnson, what can you do in triple coverage? Obviously in triple coverage, can't do much. DeAndre Hopkins with a step. And the Arizona Cardinals, after being down big early in this game, they've rattled off 13 unanswered points and are now on the verge of taking the lead. Kyler trying to set up the screen, but that play was all out of sorts and incompletion. 3rd down, Kyler out the pistol with the drop back. Rolling to the left side. Nothing there, and he's forced to throw it away. We make another goal line stand, and Arizona, just as much as us, they're playing the field goal game more than they would like, and it's actually kept us interested in this game now. So it's a complete inverse downfield. Bellinger! Oh, Daniel Jones! How did he make that throw? I mean, the degree of difficulty on throws, the higher it gets, the easier the ball is for Daniel Jones. I don't know how else to explain it. And super sub Matt Breida is suddenly our starter now. We need Breida to step up. That he is. Matt Breida bouncing off the Cardinals. He's got the first down. Great effort by Breida. 1 yard away from the end zone and the lead. But Matt Breida couldn't cash it in. Under 4 minutes to go here in the desert. Man in motion gets it. Slayton. Wow, Buda Baker. That's an all-pro safety making an all-pro play. Jones in. There's that timely touchdown by Daniel Jones, and the New York Giants are back on top after folding away a 13-point lead. We just need one more defensive stop to hopefully get out of here scot-free with the win and an 8-2 mark. Our first game out of the bye week has been a mess. We've had multiple injuries, but we still have a chance to survive. 3rd down and 12. Play action for Kyler. That is intercepted. Darnay Holmes making the most of a second opportunity. He was not going to drop that one. That was a tight play. I don't know how Darnay made it happen, but he did. 2nd down, Daniel Jones in trouble. Well, this game is not over just yet. Arizona gets the stop, holds us to a field goal. It's still a 1-possession game. Daniel Jones, 3rd down, rolling out. He has space to take off. Here we go. Jones slides down for the first down. Arizona holding on to their timeouts. Here's Matt Breida. That's another critical first down, and that should all but put this game away. Not officially, we can't kneel on it yet, as Matt Breida into the end zone for the touchdown. All right, now we might have finally put the game away. We still had to at least run the ball there, as that's going to be intercepted by Sean Murphy punting. And SMP is really holding up well on those jump balls. And if you know the way Madden 23 works, that is very good for our defense. So, yeah, shout out Sean Murphy punting. He's turned it up in the past couple of weeks ever since the Dev story. I mean, he's just been picking off every quarterback he sees, including now Kyler Murray, his latest victim. And we get the win to move to an 8-2 mark. So we survive a wild one in the desert here. It was a weird game because, as you saw, Daniel Jones 6 for 11. It's just the way we played offense. We lost a lot of yards running the ball and arguably tried to run the ball a little bit too much, considering how in check Arizona had our rushing offense. So maybe that's something else we need to look at, because even though this was a win, this was not a good win. I mean, shout out to Arizona, man. They played a hell of a game, easily a game that could have won the game, especially defensively. But, yeah, back to the drawing board for us. The Cardinals taught us another weakness in our armor here. And for the next couple of weeks, we are indeed going to be without Saquon Barkley. That pulled groin is going to knock Barkley out for about a month. So, yeah, we're off to a great start this season. It's a good thing we got a couple of games cushion to try to make the playoffs, because we're going to need it with Saquon Barkley out. Mark Evans, starting offensive lineman, he got knocked out of the game as well. And Mike Williams earlier, abdominal tear. He's out for a month as well. So a little adversity for our Giants at the midway point of the season. Leave a like in the video if you guys enjoyed what you guys saw today. Subscribe for more Madden 23 gameplays. And I will catch you guys next time. Thank you, as always, for watching.